Welcome to the Property Proficiency Workshop. Whether you're just getting started in property or you're experienced with a large property portfolio, this is the place to be. To turn your assets into financial freedom, to live a better life, to accomplish your goals, and to create a lasting legacy. I'm Shaz Nawaz. I'm a property investor just like you, and I've been in property for the last 18 years, helping, growing, teaching others to create a lasting legacy. This is the last in a 3-part training course where I'll be showing you how to create financial freedom through property investing. Thank you so much if you commented and liked the previous 2 videos. Now if you missed the first 2 videos, I recommend you stop right now, watch those 2 videos first before you watch this video. Both those videos are recommended viewing, especially if you're serious about property, you want to create a lasting legacy, you want to create financial freedom. You're going to get tons of value from both videos. In the first 2 videos, I went through property structure and the best one to use, and also tax efficient strategies and how you can get more money into your bank account without doing any extra work. Today I'm going to share with you how you can find the right deals and investment partners so that your property business can take off very quickly. Okay, this video is all about finding property deals and property partners. And once you know how to find them, you can really grow your business incredibly quickly. And be sure to download the guide in the description below so you can follow everything step by step. So let's get started. Welcome to lesson 3 of the Property Proficiency Workshop. Now make sure you've downloaded the helpful guide and also have some pen and paper so you can take your own notes. If you missed the first 2 videos, make sure you watch them first, because I covered some really important stuff that you ought to know, which is around business structure and having the right one for your business, and also tax efficient strategies which are going to put a lot of money into your bank account. In this video I'm going to share with you how to find good property deals and good investment partners. Now that, coupled with the right business structure and having tax efficient strategies, will give you a fantastic platform and great foundations to start building, scaling up and expanding your property portfolio. So let's get started. The first one is estate agents. Now there's various ways you can get deals, and obviously the well-known method is to use estate agents. But why should an estate agent give you their good deals? And that comes down to having good relationships. Because the truth is, an estate agent wants to sell a property or a deal as quickly as they can to the person that they know is going to complete efficiently. So what that means is they have to know, like and trust you, and they have to have the confidence to know you can get the deal done. Now I can tell you from experience, all the deals that I've done through estate agents, the ones that got through or the ones that have got a bit tricky, where the seller had expectations which weren't going to be met, the estate agent was pivotal, because he or she acts for the seller, and when they're telling them that you're working with Shaz, we've done deals with Shaz, he's credible, he's competent, he gets the job done, that gives the seller some confidence. And when we're negotiating, especially on complicated stuff like option agreements, conditional contracts, buying land with planning to take place in the future, there are lots of conditions and clauses that need to be negotiated, and inevitably I need to have conversations with the seller directly, because his solicitor will take instructions from him and my solicitor will take instructions from me. So we both need to be on the same page, and the agent has been pivotal in many of those negotiations, because when the seller hasn't been so accommodating or hasn't been so compromising, the agent's been able to get the deal over the line for me by giving them the confidence that I am trying to do my best to make the deal happen, as opposed to create objections and hurdles. Estate agents come across a lot of time wasters. They don't want to waste time. They usually work on fixed commission. So what they want to do is spend the least amount of time to try and do as many deals as they can. What they don't want to do is work with lots of people and talk to lots of people to try and sell a property, because they don't get paid on time, they get paid on results based on fixed commission. So they want to earn that commission as quickly as they can and as easily as they can, just like anybody else would. So the good news is you can build relationships. The bad news is it's going to take a lot of effort and hard work, but I know you don't mind that. So if you've got the energy and the enthusiasm and you're willing to expend the effort, then you can start building relationships with agents, start working with them, show them you're serious, always do what you promised you would do, always get back to them on time, and soon you'll start creating relationships and equity with agents, and they'll soon start ringing you when they have good deals that they want to shift very quickly. And building trust is exceptionally important because trust is the foundation of all good relationships. But here's the crunch. Having one source of leads or deals coming in is bad, because the number one in any business is bad. So relying on one source of income, relying on one employee, on one property, on one customer or client is always a very bad idea. So we need to move above and beyond just looking at estate agents, and I suggest your second method of finding deals should be looking at deal sources. In my experience, and to be frank with you, deal sources can be hit and miss. Some are good, some are really good, and some can be really bad. And there's a lot of people out there who tell you they have a deal and all they've done is talk to an agent, got the deal from them, and then they're trying to charge you commission to sell that deal on to you. That's no good. You want a deal sourcer who has access to deals which you don't have access to, and you're willing to pay for that because they're saving you time and they're finding you deals that you wouldn't usually find. So your first job is to filter through all the nonsense and find deal sources who know what they're talking about, who can deliver deals, and who've actually got deals that are real and workable. And whatever you do, always make sure you pay them on time every time, because most of my deals and the good deals have come through deal sources. They always find me good deals. They'll always make sure they save me time. They'll give me a good appraisal of why they think the deal works or how to make it work, things that I need to look out for. And at the end of the day, if they're doing a good job, they deserve to be paid on time every time. And I can tell you from experience, the one thing deal sources hate is property investors doing deals and then not paying them. So if you pay them on time or even before time, it's going to make you stand out, and they will want to give you a deal first because they'll know you're always going to pay them hassle-free. And the great thing about deal sources is they've already got the relationships. They've either done the marketing or they've got agents who are giving them deals before they come to the market. So you've got a window of, let's say, a week to 10 days to look at those deals. So you want to make sure those deal sources who've got access to those deals through their marketing or through their agents come to you first. And that means it's going to save you time, because if you go onto Rightmove or Zoopla or elsewhere and talking to agents all the time trying to find and fund deals, it's going to take you a long time. Whereas if you've got a deal sourcer who's done all that work for you, all you do is appraise the deal. Does it work? Does it fit in line with your criteria? Is it in your gold mine area? And if the answer is yes, then you can take that negotiation further. And generally speaking, a good deal sourcer will have a good relationship with a number of agents, which means they get the deals first and you and I don't. So why do we want to spend all that time trying to have 15 agents, for example, who we want them to send deals to us, where we've only done 1 or 2 deals with each agent? A deal sourcer has probably done 5, 10, 15 plus deals with a particular agent. So who do you think the agent's going to send the deal to first? Them or us? Obviously them. So what we want to do is get in with a deal sourcer, so they send those deals to us that have been sent to them through an agent. The third way is direct mail, by far my most favorite, because I'm a big advocate of mail coming through the post. If you're like me, you get so many notifications through email or WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook Messenger, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. The list is never ending. So it's quite nice for me really to receive something through the post, because I'm more likely to open it. So direct mail works. You gotta have good copy, You've got to be clear on who you're targeting, and the tighter the fit, the better the copy. The more that you do in terms of sending out bulk mail, the more likely that you're going to get the results. So what I would suggest is maybe differentiate yourself. Are you looking for commercial property of a particular size in a particular area? Are you looking for grade 2 listed properties? Target those types of properties and send out a large amount of mailing. I'd say a minimum of 2,000, because the response rate's really low. Can be anywhere from pretty much 0 to 0.1, 0.2%, and the copy is good, the offer is good, and you've got a tight fit in terms of what you're offering or what you're looking to do, you might get a response rate of 1 or 2%. And even though the numbers are low, from a mailing of 2,000, at the end of the day, all you're looking for is one seller. So how it works simply is create a list of properties, find out who owns them. You can go on land registry and there are other sources. Write to them. Make sure you do at least 2,000 in my opinion. If you haven't got the budget, then do 1,000 if you can. But if you're going to do 50 or 100, don't expect a 25% response rate. That doesn't happen at all. And if you haven't got the funding, then you can create your own letterhead, write everything out in terms of your own copy, stick it in an envelope and post the stuff yourself. Because if you've got the time but haven't got the money, then use the time wisely. If you've got the money, then I'd say don't post stuff yourself, just first class, second class, get it out the way and just wait for the responses to come through. Usually I find within the first 3 weeks you'll get the people who are going to respond. Then you can do a follow-up reminder, then you can do a third reminder, and usually in the follow-up you'll pick up some more leads. Number 4, and again one of my favorites, is property networking events. These are fantastic for your learning, building your network, getting to know people, finding out what's working right now, what isn't working, meeting experts, finding deal sources, finding investors, finding sellers. So property networking events are like a gold mine for you. Make sure you attend some of them, and ideally, depending on how much time you've got, I'd say at least attend one a month in your local area if you can. And while you're there, talk to people. It's also often I've seen when I go to a networking event, there's 1 or 2 people stood in each single corner on their phones, basically, I don't even know if they are text messaging somebody, talking to somebody, or they just can't be bothered to talk to anybody, so they just grab their phone and appear as though they're busy. That defeats the objective. If you're there to network, then do some work and talk to people, because everybody's a bit apprehensive, everybody's a bit nervous, especially if you're new. But just break the ice and talk to people in general. Don't even ask them about property, what they do, when they started. Just a bit of small talk, general chit chat, and as you get to know them you can start having a more detailed conversation. And don't ask the common questions that everybody asks, because people get bored with them. Just talk to someone like you're interested in them, and if you're interested in them, guess what? They're going to be interested in you. And if you attend regularly, you'll get known, you can start sharing your expertise, but people will start opening up to you. They'll start giving you deals, they'll start talking about funding, they'll be interested in your experience, and you've got a lot to offer. You might not think that right now, especially if you're starting off, but there's things you know other people don't know. So feel free to share. I'm a big advocate of you've got to give first to gain later. So don't hold your stuff back. Share whatever you can with anybody and everybody, because when you do that, people will soon realize you're the type of person who likes giving information, and therefore they're going to give you their information, their contacts, their methods, their means, their way of doing things, and inevitably that's going to lead to 2 things. 1, more deals for you. 2, more investment partners and funding for you. So I've just scratched the surface for you, and I've shared 4 ways. There are many other ways, but if you make a start on these 4, I know in the next 30 days you will find at least 1 property deal, and that's my aim, to help you find 1 deal from this video, and I'll feel my job's done and you can start building on that. So your next challenge is, I found a property deal, I don't have the cash. What do I do? Where do I go? And of course, you need cash and capital in a property business, because without cash and capital, you can't make it work. And the best way to do that is to use other people's money, also known as no money down. So let me explain to you how that works. So two of the biggest problems most property investors tell me that they have is a lack of deals and a lack of money. But generally speaking, when I talk to people, they say a lack of money is the single biggest thing holding them back. Now that's not true really. I know that from experience of the last 18 years, but in their mind, and it could be your mind too by the way, that could be holding you back. And that's why I want to spend some time on showing you how you can get that cash to make those deals happen. And the problem is this: we have this traditional method and means of thinking, which is you go to work, you pay your bills, you save a bit of cash if you can, if possible, and once you've saved enough, you can then start investing. And then when people want to invest those funds in property, you can imagine, let's say you're saving £200 excess every single month. Over a year, that's £2,500 or £2,400. That's not going to get you very far in property. You're going to have to save for quite a few years to buy your first property. And of course, I've seen some people do it that way, but it's slow, long, arduous, and it doesn't have to be that way. We need to break your thinking to show you ways where you can expand quickly without doing it like everybody else is doing it. Because one thing I can tell you for sure, or having been in business for the last 18 years, having run 5 different businesses, is that if the majority are doing something one way and you want to be successful, just do it the complete opposite way, and you're more likely to be successful than all of the people doing things in a particular way. So what you really want to do in essence is find people who've got the cash but don't have the experience, the expertise and the knowledge to invest in property, but what they've done is saved up funds or inherited funds or have funds somehow in their bank account that they want to invest with somebody they know, like and trust, and they know they're going to get a return. Now you might think, oh, that's easy for you to say, Shaz, that's not possible. I'm telling you that there are a lot of people out there who've got cash in their bank accounts, who want to invest it, don't have the know-how, but want to work with somebody who has the know-how. Your challenge and my challenge is to find more of those people so we can leverage their cash, leverage our expertise and experience, so that everybody wins in that situation. So a few examples of the kind of deals you could do. You could look at commercial property and do commercial conversions. You could buy land without planning and then invest to speculatively try and gain planning, which is risky, and I'd say don't do that unless you're experienced. You could buy land with outline planning and then take it to reserved matters to get detailed planning. You could look at serviced accommodation. You could look at rent to rent, where you've got people who already got property and you do a rent to rent deal with them. And again, investors don't know about most of these strategies, so if you went to them and said, here's my business plan, this is what I'm looking to do, this is how it all works, if you invest your cash, we'll agree to some kind of a split. I just do 50-50, keeps it simple, but you can do whatever number works for you and them, and sometimes it might be 60-40 or 65-35 in their favor. Don't worry about that. You just want to do deals. You can work out margins and profit splits later on. For now, we just want to get you on the property ladder doing deals, and if you're already on the property ladder, we want you to do bigger and better deals that work for you. Now of course there's so many different property strategies, and you need to decide which one works for you, which one you're interested in, which you want to learn more about, or which one you already know about that you want to implement. But the key thing is, where do you find the cash from? Number one, we're going to go back to networking, because there are people there who've got cash in their bank account that you don't know about. How do I know this? Because as a participant who's been to lots of networking events, as a speaker who's spoken at networking events, I do get people coming up to speak to me and telling me, I've got some cash to invest. And usually what happens is they'll have that conversation with somebody that they know, like and trust, and then they'll also have that conversation with somebody who they think is doing deals or knows something about doing deals. So let's say if you've been a subcontractor, or you're a tradesperson, or you're a project manager, or you're an architect, quantity surveyor, planning consultant, or something else in the world of property, and somebody might think, well, this person knows a bit about property, and let's say to you, well, I've got £15,000 or £20,000 to invest, what do you think I should do? And the question usually can be leading towards, I've got some money to invest, can we do something together? That's not how the question is asked, but your job is to kind of pursue that conversation and take them down that path if it's right for you and it's right for them. And here's the rub. If someone says to you they've got 10, 15, 20,000 pounds to invest, I can assure you from my own experience, what they really mean is they've got a lot more than 10, 15, 20,000 pounds, because people always tell you a lower figure. Once you build up an understanding, a relationship, they say to you, oh, thank you very much, John or Julie, for doing this particular deal. And I said to you, I've only got 10, 15, 20,000 pounds, but I've got another 100 or 200,000 pounds in my pension or my bank account or elsewhere that's come through to me, and I want to invest that with you, because the first deal, or the second deal, or the third deal that you and I have done together have all worked out really well, and now I think we can scale up. So don't ever underestimate anybody when you're at networking events. Everybody has contacts, everybody has access to money, and don't just judge a book by its cover. Spend time talking to people, because even if they can't help you, they might know somebody who can. Second one, build your own network. So you can have your own networking events, you can hold events elsewhere, you can be active on social media, create a following, sharing your knowledge and information with people, and then you'll build your own list, possibly an email list, and through that you'll have your own network, and then go to them with your deals and see if they can either fund them or help you fund them. Third, estate agents. They know property investors or investors who want to invest in property. So if you've got some deals and you know some estate agents, they might say to you, we've got a person or a number of people who are looking to invest. You're the kind of guy or girl who knows what he or she is talking about. Why don't I connect you two, have a conversation? 4, there are people out there who help you raise funding through private individuals. There's not many of them out there, but there are. Again, you'll meet them at networking events, you can find them on social media, start talking to them, and they'll find you either people who will lend you money, or they'll find you people who want to go in as a JV, a partnership, or a 50-50 split. So talk to them and they'll give you access to a ton of money. But if you take nothing away from this video, take away the fact that there is more money out there today in the economy than there's ever been. So your job is to get your hands on some of that cash to start doing deals which work for you, your family, your investors, your JV partners, to help you create financial freedom and a lasting legacy. Now you might be thinking, Shaz, you're telling me all about this no money down business. Have you ever done it? So let me share with you one example, just one, where I've used no money down and it worked incredibly well. Now if you follow me on social media, you'll see on YouTube and elsewhere I talk about my London Road Boston project. We bought that for £395,000. I used £350,000 from a private investor, £45,000 from a JV partner. That JV partner then funded all the legal costs, the SDLT and everything else, and they funded the entire refurb. So and that was for 21 flats where I used not even a single penny of my own. That same investor then did a second commercial conversion with me, and we used the same private funder to do that deal. On our third deal, we went on to build 40 houses. Again, everything funded by my JV investor, and some of the funds came through an institutional bank. But the important thing is, I made no money down work on 2 deals, 21 flats, 12 flats, and then we went on to very quickly 40 houses. And the truth is, if I can do it, you can do it, everybody can do it. And you can see very quickly, all you need is one JV partner, because you just want to do one deal first and then build it up. And then as you build it up, your reputation builds, your confidence builds, your knowledge builds, your experience builds, your expertise builds. There's a different aura about you. All of a sudden, rather than you going and asking people for money, people will come to you and say to you, can I invest with you? It's only today I was told by one of my team members that somebody on YouTube said, I want to invest with you, Shaz, how do I do that? I'm assuming they've got some money or they've got some deals that they want to work with me on. Unprompted, people now come to me and say, can we do deals with you? And I want to get you to that stage where that happens for you as well. Now, one big myth out there about property investing is that every man, woman, person is out there for themselves. They want to keep everything to themselves. They don't want to share information with you. They don't want to share how things work. And nothing could be further from the truth. Because I can tell you, I wouldn't be dealing with tens of millions of pounds on multiple property projects if it wasn't for my network, my mentors, my coaches, people who supported me, my team members. It's a whole host of people who've helped me get to where I am. And there are people out there who will help you get to where you want to get to, because whenever you get to wherever you want to get to, I know you're going to help other people, and I'm pretty sure you're helping other people right now anyway. So there are people out there who will become your support network, so you don't have to do this on your own. The great thing about a support network is you've got people to talk to. You're going to fast learn things, you're going to learn shortcuts, you're going to find out how things are changing in the particular world of property, especially for your strategy. So it really is important, and I can't stress it enough. Create a good, strong, solid support network for yourself. So nowadays I spend most of my time obviously investing in property, running my other businesses, but also helping, teaching, guiding, coaching, mentoring other people, because that gives me a lot of satisfaction, because it takes me back to when I started 18 years ago, and I remember how people supported me. So it's time for me to give back and support others. And that's the reason why I've put this workshop together. And you might be thinking, well, how does this all come together? How can I create financial freedom? And that means more properties, more money, but really what it means is more time for you, financial freedom for you to do the things that you care about, and for you to do the things that you really enjoy doing. If you're serious and you're committed and you really want to make a change from where you are right now, then I'm at the minute working on a program, but I'm going to work with a handful of property investors to help them achieve their aspirations and their goals. And I'll be inviting that handful of people to join that particular program, which is a mastermind group, to help them take their business to the next level, whatever that might be. So if you're interested, click the link in the description below, or you can call my office on 01733 555 667. We'll give you more information, we'll add you to the list, take you through the process. If it's right for you and it's right for me, we'll work together. If it isn't, in the process, I'm confident and I hope you've learned some information. You can take it away, get some results. Most importantly, share those with me at some point in the future, and that's going to make my day, because there's nothing I like more than seeing people make progress. And before I go, I'd love to hear from you, so share with me in the comments below what you find most useful, what action you're going to take, and how you think it's going to change your life. Because if I can support you in that, I'll happily do that. I'll happily answer any questions I can for you, and if it's a detailed question, I'll be more than happy to make a video for you. Or if you want me to make a video on a particular topic or subject, put that in the comments box below and I'll happily make a video for you. And as always, don't forget to click like, subscribe and the notification bell.